I'm Andrea Tantaros, and here with us today, Sandra Smith, Harris Faulkner, Jedediah Bila, and today's Brett Baer.
Charles isn't going to appreciate that.
No, he's not, but we love him here too. Charles has to care.
Yeah.
But you'll be back in D.C., though, tonight's special report?
I will be here.
You'll
doing
be
special report.
Wow.
Yeah, we're doing a special report from up here tonight.
There you
Wow,
go.
in the building.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get to the news because it's a very big news day. The JV team, it is not a bloodbath in Ramadi. We've seen now Ramadi fall. Secretary of State John
More discord among our would-be.
News reports are saying, as Stephen mentioned, in this fight that leads right to Baghdad, and put it in their column.
Yeah, and we're naval commander saying this is going to be a long one. Haven't heard that. This is very, very early on in the Islamic State's march. And
of the men and women that were lost trying to initially take Ramadi. And then just earlier this morning, former CID director can have an air war. That isn't even
strength of the Iraqi forces or the lack thereof.
Well, it's both, and I think, you know, the fear is successful. But the administration, this is that we're winning, that we're taking the fight.
No worries.
No, and I think that's a really bold statement to make, to be
again.
State John Kerry. One, we can reverse it.
So just a couple weeks ago came out and said President Obama candidates. You think that as well, and was the impetus for really I mean, the Middle East has never been a really peaceful place, but everything that they said would happen, the opposite is happening.
You know what's interesting too?
I mean, so does this shine the light?
Wants to be boasting about the experience she does have. And I think one of the things that Scott Walker's going to have to do, I think, in a hurry, is beyond just sort of the bromides that we expect from politicians, but with specifics and details.
Can he say, well, President Obama didn't have it in there? She tries to distance herself from the administration on a lot of these foreign policy failures.
Oh, those aren't missing an opportunity to point out exactly how we got to the point.
Vladimir Putin.
Well, we're going to get to that later in the show. What do
her appear out of touch with reality and middle America when she's pulling in this, the family's making this kind of
For years.
My goodness,
in one speech.
He always gets a full belly laugh out of me. He is a thing to be, advocating for redistribution of wealth and criminalizing people who climb to the
companies and the people that work at them that she's criticizing.
Yep, and what is she supposed to do? There's not a shred all the evidence. I agree about this dirty money because it just looks like they only care.
The vision of the Clintons leaving the White House with the furniture. It is. Right? You say it all, it's everybody earning a living. That's what Steve said. That's where you started, and you're absolutely. Along the way, how much influence was bought. The flow of cash because you gave a speech, but it's that circle. That's my question.
No matter what, though, I think you do become, whether it's fair or not, you
doing it. They think that they're above the law, and I think it's because they're Clintons.
Sounds like they want all the money. So the facts of the story are that parents knew about former educator. You had a
and a wrong way to do it. And I've talked to a friend who has children in Manhattan. The right way is to talk to the kids, talk to the parents, make it very orderly. This scares me. I mean, I would have been scared if it would have happened.
You know, Steve, is this really necessary?
Because if there ever were that kind of an event, the more realistic the training, the better the kids will likely react. But I agree with you. I mean, this is horrible training. It sounds like it was too realistic.
The kids was the gym teacher apparently said to say that.
They were whispering, run, run.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us today. We're going to stay right here for Outnumbered Overtime on the web, foxnews.com/outnumbered. Click on the Overtime tab. We're back tomorrow at noon Eastern. Break.